Well, I would like to welcome everyone back to our podcast, Unloaded. This is one of your hosts, Michael Seahorn.
And the other host, Shannon Morrow.
And we hope everybody out there is doing well. Shannon, how you been?
I've been well.
Good.
Yeah.
I've been gone for a week now. Just
Yeah.
got back Monday. Actually, I take that back. Got back extremely late Saturday morning. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then obviously back to the work week on Monday. So here we are, man.
Yeah. Things are feeling a little different, man. Yeah.
How so?
Well, just what we got cooking here now
Gotcha.
with technology-wise, big upgrade. You're
Yes.
back from Hawaii. You're looking different. We're into spring now. I'm feeling different. We're ready to level up here.
Good, man. And I think that's a good segue. So for our listeners out there, you'll have to go back 3 episodes prior to today's episode, prior to this Wednesday's episode, and catch up. But had a couple rough weeks, decided on a very crisp moment that I was going to take some time off and away. I felt like I needed a reset, some things I need to figure out internally. So I decided to go back to the Big Island where my family and I lived for the better part of a year. And it's been, we actually looked, it's been about almost 6 years, man, before I've been back.
Man.
Too long. Too long, Now, just for our audience sake out there, just a quick snapshot on the catch-up is the weight I was feeling prior to leaving was pretty heavy. It was pretty intense. We actually talked about it live on an episode, so it's out there for everyone to listen to. Behind closed doors, Shannon knew that I was at a moment in time where I needed to do some unloading somewhere. Right.
Yeah, you can see it in Michael's eyes. You can't see it right now. I can see it, man. And the Michael that we did the previous recordings with, and here now back today, just kind of the before and after Mike. Ooh, he had more to unload than even he was aware of.
Good point. And we'll catch everyone up. So we flew out last Sunday, 2 Sundays ago. We flew out. Wife and I hopped on a plane, went up to R&O up here in Reno. Flew down to San Diego. Never been to San Diego Airport. Maybe once, but a long time ago. And hung out there for a little bit. Got on the good old plane and headed out to good old Hawaii. We landed in Kona Sunday about 3 o'clock local time. So Hawaii is 3 hours behind our Pacific Standard Time. So I'll let our audience figure out where that on their time zones. But got there on Sunday, man, and I'm going to be honest. It's when you fly to Kona, for those who have never been to Kona or on the Big Island of Hawaii, they don't have traditional airports. It's still very old school Hawaii, and you just fly out of the tarmac and they roll up the stairs and you get outside, right? And I already knew what to expect. I was waiting for the muggy thickness of the air, the moisture, and the heat, And without question, as soon as you walk out that door, man, it just welcome back.
Yeah.
And it felt good.
Yeah.
It felt good.
Yeah.
It just felt like I never left, and my wife will tell you I was, ear to ear smiles, and just being back on the island and being back in that environment from where I found so much peace for the first time in my life, and it was just good to be back.
Yeah.
Quickly ran out, got our bags, and Hawaii I love because they're not in a hurry to do shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to be on island time, and that is a thing. And island time just means they'll do it when they get to it.
Yeah.
All right, so you're not rushing nobody, right? And it's funny I'm a big proponent of watching people, love people watching, and when you're standing outside watching everyone around you, you can definitely tell the first timers, right? Because they're nervously moving around, they're like looking at the baggage carrier, and they're like, you can just tell they're antsy, the pants are on fire, you know what I mean? And the local people and people who are familiar with that, we're just chilling, you're just hanging out, man, relax, bags will be here. So anyway, we got our bags, hit the rental car, and I was starving.
Yeah.
by then. Airplane food and me, we don't really see eye to eye sometimes. So I don't.
That's good.
Right. Unless now, mind you, when when and if it's available, we like to try to fly the first class just because of my back issues, and it does give me more room to move around and get up and stretch. So on this flight, it was full. Never been on a flight to Hawaii that has not been fully packed. So we sat business class, which was nice, a little extra leg room, but still a little too tight for me. We got the snack bags of, I don't know, nuts or whatever. I didn't eat any of them, but so we got the car, and I looked at the wife. I'm like, "Hey, you hungry?" She said, "I'm starving, man." So in Kona, if you're ever out there is a wonderful place. Just go out to the main highway there, hang a right, shoot down the coast, and go to the first marina you come to. It's the only one down there. Can't miss it. And they have a phenomenal little restaurant bar. It's outside, inside. So all of the restaurants, almost all of them in Kona, they're inside, outside. No walls and doors. Yeah. You just either sit under an eave or overhang of some sort or a porch. This marina's the same. It's all under a huge, it's basically a lanai, a big porch, right? Yeah. Good to be back, and just fish and chips are off the hook there. It's all fresh, locally caught, and freshly cooked every day. Wow. So you can't get much more fresh. Yeah. And the cool thing, too, is they'll tell you who caught it. No way. Yeah, so they'll tell you what local caught it and who they bought it from. So just a little thing. It's cool, And I forewent the beer right out of the gate just because I knew I was hot and I was a little dehydrated. So just focused on food and iced tea and water. So anyway, long story short, headed over to the east side of the island. It's a 2-hour and 25-minute drive. People don't realize how big the Big Island is. From coast to coast, it's about a 2.5-hour run. So we went over to Hilo, spent Sunday, Monday in Hilo, which is where we lived. We lived south of Hilo in a place called Kayao, and we rented a little Airbnb and just got reacclimated. No agenda. No. Just whatever the hell we felt like. Good thing is we know where we want to eat, so I don't have to think about it. Did the quick Walmart run. There's a couple items we needed for the trip, but it was a good time over there. Usually we used to, past stays and vacations, we'd stay on the east side of the island, come back the day before we fly out. This time my wife wanted to do the opposite. So she wanted more time in Kona. So those are the listeners out there that are listening. The eastern side of the Big Island is very rainy. It's a little bit gloomier, but it's got a lot of sun, a lot more rain, a lot more moisture, very jungly, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. There's not a lot of quote-unquote sand beaches out there because on the east side there's a lot of volcanic cliffs. Absolutely stunning sunrises on that side, obviously, and just great mornings to sit out and watch the sun come up over the ocean. So we did that a couple mornings for sure, which was just a blast, man. So we headed back on Tuesday to the Kona side on the west side of the island, and we stayed at the local resort that we always stay at, which was great. Doing a lot of renovations though, which is weird. So you got all these construction guys, man, just all over this resort, outside, inside, working and doing their things. So Tuesday was my wife's birthday, so wanted to have a special dinner. We kind of knew where we wanted to go already. So Tuesday came, and I was feeling. I think Tuesday I started settling a little bit more. The newness of being back was wearing off quickly, and I felt myself internally just coming down, getting on island time, definitely getting the hustle bustle feel out of you, if that makes any sense. Yeah. And so we show up Tuesday, we check in, and just hung out Tuesday. We took the long way around, and what I mean by that is we left Hilo, we went south, and we took the south highway all the way at the southern part of the island back up to the west. And we did that because there's a couple hot spots down there that we love. One of them is a famous bread bakery place. It's absolutely amazing down in South Point. And the black sand beach, very famous black sand beach down in the Big Island down there. It's in the south area as well, and always have turtles, and it's just a great place to stop. Very big tourist spot on the Big Island, but highly recommend that. So that's a very long drive because you're covering a large part of the island, the whole thing. And it's a little slower. It's windier. Goes through the jungle and goes through the volcanic national park. Great drive. So that took a little over 3 hours in total, 3.5 hours. So we got into Kona pretty late. Grabbed some lunch real quick. Checked in, and the tower we stay at, and they have what's called a lagoon, and it's kind of a man-made little lagoon area that you can walk down to. And they put all these huge rocks out in the break, so the waves hit the rocks, and then the water comes over and then fills the lagoon. It's absolutely amazing. Not very deep, so kids can go in there, families can partake. It's my hot spot for me. So I couldn't get in there fast enough. I've been needing some ocean time for sure, and just floated around, man. Yeah. Just let that natural seawater just soak into the skin. It's good for you, So did that Tuesday, had a great dinner. Tuesday night, though, so let me rewind one sec. I set up, and I don't know if we talked about this on my other podcast. I don't think we did on the other episode, is I set up a skydiving jump. I thought it was time to do a jump, and I've always wanted to jump on the Big Island, and I booked it before we left. And I was to jump 9 a.m. on Wednesday morning. So Tuesday night, when we got back to the hotel and relaxed after some more ocean time, I started not feeling well.
Oh, no.
And it goes back to some pre-existing stomach issues that I've dealt with for that part of probably a decade or two, somewhere in there. And I haven't had any issues with it, shockingly.
Until over there the night before your jump.
Yes. Yeah.
Good timing.
Perfect timing. And my wife is concerned, and she's like, "Hey, are you gonna jump tomorrow?" And I told her in that moment, I said, "I'm gonna wait till I wake up to make that decision." Had a rough night, man. Just I couldn't sleep. My stomach was literally killing me. And,
literally?
I'll tell you what. If anyone's ever experienced some IBS times 10, I can tell you death sounds a lot better than the intestinal pain, right? Wow. But it was just super uncomfortable. I didn't get much sleep. And so I woke up at about 5:30 and felt like dog water, man. Just Sorry, that's from my children, by the way.
That's good, man.
Dog water. I learned that from my children. So, felt like dog water, and I had to make the call. Yeah. I wouldn't put someone else's life in jeopardy because if I had an issue up there at 10K or on the free fall, that's not fair to them. So I made the tough call, left them a message. Knowing the island time thing, that they weren't going to get the message till later in the day. So I thought, well, I'll be preemptive. I'll email them as well. They seem pretty responsive. Emailed them at the same time, and I was disappointed. I was really looking forward to, it's been a huge thing I've wanted to do, and I just haven't had the ability to make it happen. So, I tried to eat a little bit of breakfast. We went out to breakfast, and it wasn't there, man. We went downstairs, and they have a nice little lounge lobby outside. Same thing in a lanai, and tried some oatmeal, and just wasn't having it, man. Probably about 5 bites was good.
Enough.
Yeah, and it was just still not feeling 100, man. And we got done breakfast, and she's like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, I'm just going in the ocean, man. Yeah. I need some healing. Something's going on. So she went up, got her things, came down. I was already in the water. They got a nice little sand area with lounge beach lounge chairs, and so she was doing her thing, and I was just bobbing around like a bobber in the ocean, dude. Just trying to for me, when I'm in those moments, I try just to be very present because I feel like I have a tendency to start to focusing on why you're not feeling good. If that makes sense.
Figure it out.
Right? And I heard this great parable about we all have 1,000 problems every single day until you get sick. And when you get sick, you have one problem.
Yeah.
And the one problem is you're sick, right? And that's kind of where I felt like I was at in that moment is I was just so laser focused on being sick. And in my opinion, it just makes things compounded in my head, right? So being in the ocean, floating in the ocean, really sets me free mentally because I don't think about anything but being present in the water. So bobbed around out there probably for a better part of half hour and got out, laid on the beach lounger, man, put the towel over my face and drifted off into Never Never Land for, I don't know, probably about an hour.
Yeah, you were tired, not sleeping the night before.
Yeah, I was just wiping, man. Got up, went right back in the ocean again. And at some point, we decided to go up to the room. And I was just wiped, dude. I had to take a nap. I don't nap. I'm not a napper. Even on vacation, I don't do that. I told the wife, I was like, I'm going to take a nap. I just don't feel where I'm supposed to be at. So just like things happen, man, I fell asleep pretty good, and we were having this stupid issue with the air conditioner was leaking in the bathroom. We had a repair guy come up day one to look at it, said, don't worry, you're good. It's fixed. Roger that. Thank you. And then, shockingly, I wake up 3 hours later, and my wife's like, she's like, I know you just woke up, but yeah, the water leak's not fixed. It's 10 times worse. She's like, I'm just literally not going to wake you up. And she's like, it's not my problem. They should have fixed it. So I walk in the bathroom, man, and right over the sink is a man door in the ceiling. And there's water coming out from all four corners, dude. The counter's soaked. It's dripping everywhere. I'm foggy-headed, just right? So I called down the front desk, and I wish I could get the recording because I'm sure it sounded pretty funny. You know, I'm like half out of it. I'm like, dude, you need to send somebody up here. We got the thing. And she's like, yeah, okay, sure. So I go out on the porch that we were on the third floor. I went out on the porch. It faces west, so it faces the ocean. Beautiful palm trees, you know, the whole thing. I'm just sitting there, man, like just trying to clear the fog. And I hear the guy come in. I hear some rumbling and talking. You can't hear because the waves crashing into that natural break. It's pretty loud. So the wife comes out. She's like, hey, this guy was asking me some questions. So I went in, and he's like, hey, were you yada, 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 and this and that? And I'm like, I was asleep, bro. Can you get it fixed? Yeah, sure. He's all right, man, you good. Cleans everything up, fixes it, rolls out. Man, it wasn't. He probably wasn't in the elevator leaking. You know, I thought to myself in the moment, I'm like, hey, all I want to do is relax. I don't want to deal with this, man. You know? So I call the front desk. I get a different person. He's like, unacceptable. He said, we're moving your rooms right now.
Oh, good.
He said, hang up the phone. I'll call you right back. Okay, thanks, man. Calls me back. Hey, I'm upgrading you.
Huh?
I'm going to put you on the corner suite.
What?
Corner suites are great because it's a L-shaped suite on the corner of the building, so you have both sides. So where we were at, you would have the south side, and you would have the east side. So one huge wraparound porch. Does that make sense?
Except you're not facing west anymore.
Yeah, right. You're looking out west, so it'll be south. So you got south and west corner.
Ah, okay.
Right. Makes an L, basically.
Yeah.
But that's your whole porch. So it's a great upgrade, and it's just an amazing view. Room's bigger too, right? Yeah. So the upgrade is free. Unfortunately, it was on the 5th floor, so we had to pack everything up and lug it up there.
Oh, poor guy.
I know. And everyone's like, go F for yourself right now, dude.
Free upgrade. Not to take away, you're feeling like dog water.
Yeah. It was just a feeling like a shit day, man.
Yeah.
And I think, like we've talked about before on this podcast, sometimes those tests are going to come whether you want them or not, and whether you're feeling good or not. Those tests come, whatever the test may be. And for me that day, it was just inconvenience, and I wasn't mentally my normal self, physically wasn't normal. So trying to self-regulate myself and not put those internal frustrations on the staff at the hotel, regardless of where we were at, isn't fair to them. Yeah. And I was trying to make a conscious effort not to do that. You know what I mean? So Wednesday literally was just a resort day. I did not leave. Dinner, we went downstairs again at the restaurant and ate dinner. So late in the evening, Wednesday, I get an email back from the skydiving group, and he's like, "Hey man, we hope you feel better. Not a big deal. Come by tomorrow morning. We'll rebook you, reschedule for you. We want you to jump." I was like, "Oh man, that's awesome. Appreciate that, right?" So Thursday morning, I wake up, still not 100. Probably sitting in the 80s. And I was like, I feel good enough. I feel mentally clear today. I feel a little bit more normal. Had a little slight tinge of a headache. I'm sure that's from lack of coffee and caffeine, I'm sure. So what I didn't catch on Wednesday night was they changed my jump time from 09 to 08. Oh. Now, the trip from our resort all the way up to the northwest corner of the island in a place called Hawaii is the little town where we were jumping from. It was an hour, 15-minute run. So we had to be out of the hotel before 7 to make the jump time by 8. So no time for breakfast. Had no coffee, just hydration and fluid. And at the time I noticed it, it was like 6:15 in the morning. So I told the lady, "Hey, we got to go stat," you know what I mean? So took the long hour and 20-minute drive up, and great drive up there. We actually talked about, we've never been up to that portion of the island. It was never really anything up there. It's very remote up there, and just something we've never done. So it was new to us. Beautiful drive, and it turns into a very like grassland ranch look. Yeah. It's just a completely different portion of the island. And so we get up there and started feeling a little bit better for sure on the drive. Yeah, we get to the little airstrip that's up there, pull in the parking lot, I back in, park, and all I see is one little building over here on the left, which is very Hawaii style. It's just one building, probably one dude in there, I don't know. And over here on the right was a Connex box. If people don't know what a Connex box is, it's just a trailer, shipping cargo trailer, sitting over here. And at the time we pulled in, now that I know, the instructor was loading up into the small Cessna aircraft with another person, and they were literally taking off for another jump right when we showed up. So I got to see that. So typical Big Island style, there's no signs, no information. You just got to figure it out, dude. So we walked out the gate, walked down the grass towards the Connex box, and I turned and looked in the Connex box, and there's like two 20-some-year-old kids in there. I was like, "Hey, I'm here for my appointment." And she said, "Oh, yeah, it must be Michael." I'm like, "Yeah, nice young lady." And checked me in, and she was kind of running the little front desk. I'll use air quotes for that. And then there was a young man back there, and I didn't get his name. Couldn't have been more than 25, 26 maybe, and he was packing chutes. So I was like, "Man, they're a little young." Yeah. Okay. So I'm obviously in my head, I'm comparing this to the military, right? So I walk out and I sit in the lounge chair, and my wife comes to sit down. She's like, "Hey, you all right?" I go, "Yeah." I said, "But there's just two like 20-some-year-old kids in here. Like, is that who I'm jumping with?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know," because when the guy left, he had a big helmet on. I couldn't see his face. He's wearing a helmet, skydiving helmet. She's like, "Are you nervous?" So I'm not nervous. I think I had my own expectation on who might be there, right? Yeah. So we're still good. So I'm waiting now. And I look up and watching the plane. We're jumping at 10,000 feet there that day, and I see him leave the aircraft, and they float back down, and it lands. And I was like, okay, still not nervous, just being present. No anxiety or excitement, nothing, man. Just being present.
Wow.
I was really trying to mentally keep aware of that because I wanted to know where I was at internally.
Mm-hmm.
So the instructor, he gets his stuff together, comes over, and by now I'm standing over there by the Connex, and he lifts his face mask, and I could see that he's a man, probably in his, I don't know, maybe mid-late 30s, early 40s maybe. Super cool dude, great energy. I'm not going to say his name out loud, but, man, just a nice dude. And we chit-chatted about, some of my background and if I've ever tandem jumped, which I have not tandem jumped before. It's new to me. And he said, "Are you excited and nervous?" I'm like, "No, man, I'm good." He kind of looked at me. He's like, "Okay, well, I guess we'll see, huh?" Yeah, we'll see. So harnessed up, went over a couple things on what was getting ready to take place, and aircraft was refueling. I asked the guy, I said, "What did you do before this, man?" He's like, "Oh, I was in construction." I go, "Wow, isn't there some irony here?" I was like, "I'm in construction as well." So we talked about that a little bit, and he told me his story and hated his life, working 60-plus hours every single week in the construction field. Wasn't his thing. And he went for a tandem jump one day. Doesn't remember any of it. He was scared to death. And after that, he went to skydiving, became a pilot. He's a full-fledged skydiver. He's a tandem instructor.
Wow.
Just that's what he does now, man.
That's impressive, man. Talk about a big old change in one's life when you're not happy with what you're doing. It's a big leap of faith. It's kind of scary to make that big a change and trust that it's all going to work out. But, man, it sure worked out as it usually does. And this is actually good timing because we're already reaching the end of this episode. It's a perfect cliffhanger because we got you to Hawaii, we got you feeling better, we got you on the flight line there, you met your jump instructor, and you're about to get in that airplane and go up to 10,000 feet. And I think this is just the right point to hit that little pause button, time out, and say, ooh, tune in next week because there's going to be a really good story about the skydiving.
There definitely is, man. I agree with Shannon. It's a good time to hit the pause button as we are approaching our 30-minute time limit. So it was a good timing for sure, man. With that, I just want to remind our listening audience out there, we talked about it last episode. If you're feeling in any way, shape, or form like you need help, man, there's people out there to help you. Hit the number. We talked about the number, right?
988.
988, and it's free, and it's 24 hours a day. So if you're needing some help or need someone to talk to, I highly encourage you to check that out and see where that takes you. Or, like Shannon always says, man, book the 1 hour. It's a life changer.
I don't always say that, but
we generally say something about, just try to book an appointment with someone, man. Get 60 minutes in there and just unload on somebody, man. See what they can do for you. But like always, I appreciate everybody out there that's listening to our podcast and is supporting us, and it means the world to me. Yeah. And we'll catch you guys next Wednesday, or you people. I don't want to be
guys. That's universal, right?
It's funny. I always catch myself sometimes on that. Like, oh, okay. People, my human beings out there. Yeah. Catch us on the flip side. But this will end this week. I hope everybody has a great week. Look forward to sharing with you the rest of my experience in the next episode. So for Mike Seahorn,
Shannon Morrow,
we will catch you next week.